see, where could they keep a bird, I wonder? If you remember when we were talking to Headmaster Gapora before this whole search for the bird started, we panned out over toward the cave for unknown random reason. So I think there would probably be the best place to start looking. I mean, why would they point it out other than, you know, to show us it was there and give a massive hint? This guy I believe is important much later in the game, but let's talk to him.
Look at this thing! Who knows how long this statue has been here? And it only has one eye! Poor thing! You probably know this, but you can proceed to look around!
Nothing important right now. And wouldn't you know it, there's no way we can get in because we don't have a sword to cut down those things. But I was right! The Loftwing's in there! Oh well. Well, when all else fails, we can go back to the academy and see if Pippet has pulled anything up. I mean, I know we found our bird, but you know, it doesn't... Oh, God. Alright, I should explain now what happens when you fall off the island. The current knights save you. This one just happens to be a woman. I don't know what that red tuft on the back of her bird's head is. But anyway, watch your step out there. You can't always depend on knights like me to swoop in and save you. Actually, I can. Through the entire game, if you fall off this island, they will save you. Provided you don't call your bird, of course. Also, at night, because there is a day and night in the game... Oh, Kitty! Kitty! Yay! Ow. Oh well. I'm going to do something very cruel, and I hope I don't get anything hateful for this, but let's see what happens. PETA's gonna kill me. What the heck? An owl just... Oh my God, the cat can fly! Using its massive ears! That is awesome! Flying kitties! I have actually never done that before. I just wanted to see what would happen. And it's sleeping and cleaning itself like nothing ever happened. And the kitty doesn't even hate me! He even walks up to me! They're very forgiving. But anyway, let's move on. Nope, can't do the bazaar yet. I figured since we were passing it, we could, but nope, it's still closed. Alright, now let's find Pippet. Nope. Wait a minute, that's where he was last time. Oh, well, I guess he moved. I'm sure he's been busy trying to help us find our bird. To the outside world again. Alright, let's check over here. We haven't been in this area yet. This is the sparring hall. It's self-explanatory what's here. Oh, hey, there's Pippet. Oh, and he has found something out. Urameshi, perfect timing. I heard your Loftwing has gone missing, so I thought I'd join in the search. I'm the one who told you that. And get this. I asked Fledge what he knew, and he started acting weird. I threw a barrel at him and he didn't say anything. What did you do? I'm sorry, Urameshi. I really wanted to tell you, but if Groose found out I told you... Groose strikes again. It sounds like Groose forced him to keep quiet about it. Go on. Tell him the truth. Just a little while ago, when I was cleaning the dining hall, Groose and his buddies came in. They didn't notice I was there and started talking about their plan to hide your Loftwing. I wanted to warn you, Urameshi, but just as I tried to sneak away, Groose and his gang grabbed me. They said if I told you, they'd make sure I'd never be able to ride a bird again. It sounds like Groose and his buddies had a plan to capture a bird and hide him near the waterfall. Well, near a waterfall would mean... Quick, let's look at your map. That's right. There, I think it means the waterfall marked with... here with X. Wait a second. That X was not there before. I call witchcraft! But anyway. There's the X, where we're going to need to go. I should probably explain the map controls while we're here. Each one of these targets is a building that we know of, or structure of interest, like the goddess's statue. There's the bazaar, the plaza. The lighthouse will be important a little later, as will the graveyard that's right there. If you want to zoom in at any portion of the map, just point to that section and press A. Zoom out is the same once you're in. To center the remote if it gets off track is the down button on the D-pad. You can zoom in also by pressing the right button on the D-pad. And zoom out even more by pressing the left button. This will show the entire map of the skies that we know of, but since we are only starting the game, Skyloft is the only thing here. But let's get back to the story. You know how to read a map, right? Press plus at any time to see the map of the area. If you get lost, just press plus. Forgive me, Urameshi. I can't help being such a coward. I'm really sorry. You should be, jerk. Well, you know, we can't really get to that cave at the waterfall because of the fact that we don't have a sword to chop down that stuff, so... You know where they might have a sword? The sparring hall. I'm not even going to pay attention to the guys in here. Obviously, he's the instructor who runs here, but more importantly, let's open this chest. Our first treasure chest in the game. We got a sword! The practice sword. Students at the Knight Academy practice with these. It looks like it has a fairly sharp blade. I should hope so, because if it didn't, that would just be sad. Press 1 any time to look at the items you're carrying. Alright, since it's been so nice to tell us that, let's press 1 and see what we have in our gear. Again, since we started the game, this is pretty much empty. This would be our tools pouch for when we actually get items aside from our sword. Like, well, I don't want to spoil any of the items we get. That will also be important at a much later time, the second tab up here. And this one will also be important later. Over here is our collectibles, where you can collect bugs and treasures for upgrading your weapons. The bugs you can use to infuse your potions, which is obviously to make them stronger. And any amount of bugs makes it different. That's why you're going to need the bug-catching net that Beetle sells. Down here is side quest items. All very important. But now that we've reviewed this, let's move on. I did not mean to climb up that wall. You know, before we go off on our adventure to find our Loftwing, it would probably be a good idea to get some training done with this sword. Yes, please. I would like to learn about how to use a sword. It's the easiest thing in the world. Whichever way you swing the Wii Remote, that's the way Link will swing his sword. With the Wii Motion Plus, it will capture your movements perfectly. So, yeah, this is really unnecessary. To swing it vertically, you swing it down or up, depending on which way you swing it. And to swing it left or right, you do the same thing, swing it left or right. This is somewhat difficult to do, depending on, your coordination. You just thrust it forward, however, it might sometimes mistake it for a upward slash, depending on how you're holding the sword. And then there's the most powerful attack in The Legend of Zelda that has ever been made, the spin attack. Although, in this game, we get 2 new interesting ones, but that'll come up at a later point. Remember, with these moves, you can handle yourself in any fight. And, of course, Z-targeting to talk to people also works on enemies. And as he said, you can always come back here if you want to practice your sword play if you ever get rusty. Okay, so obviously on this log we're going to need a horizontal slice. This one is a vertical. This one is a thrust. See what I mean? I did the spin attack when I wanted to do a thrust. There we go. Diagonal right. Diagonal left. You make this instructor proud. Are you ready for a spin attack? Okay! Okay, so we need to cut every single log without moving from this spot at all. This is also a pretty easy thing to do. Just swing your nunchuck and your Wii Remote at the exact same time. Where did these logs come from? Ta-da! Oh yeah, it did feel good. And a fatal blow. If you've played Twilight Princess, you have probably found out what the fatal blow is. In the game Twilight Princess, you would learn it from the old knight that, well, the ancient hero, let's say. That'd probably be more accurate. In here, we just get it off the bat. What you're gonna do for a fatal blow, well, he's gonna show us with the log. First, kill it, and then swing your nunchuck and Wii Remote downward. And that is the fatal blow. Your shield and well-placed spin attack. We don't have a shield yet. But I know where we can get a shield. But first, let me bring this log up. Now this log is so you can practice your dodging. You can hit it any way you want, and then just hit A and point your joystick in the direction you want to jump. Forward, side, and a backflip. I won't dwell too long on this. Okay, I think we've played enough with it. Oh, he doesn't want us taking his sword. Sneaking out like that. What? Your Loftwing is missing? Where the hell have you been? Everyone on the island knows. You want to look for it? No, I want to let it stay where I think it is, just for shits and gigs. Could always use a little quiet time. It's not like there's any test that I need to do with it. No. Well, I guess I could make an exception. Just this once. But remember that Skyloft is a peaceful place. Only knights carry swords. So I don't want to see you swinging it around like crazy out there. I don't want to get in a ton of trouble over this, so here's the deal. Make sure you get plenty of practice with these logs first, and once you get outside with that sword, only use it when you absolutely have to. Got it? Okay, completely ignoring his exception to train right now, since we already did that, I'm going to run outside. And swing my sword like a maniac! Ah! Oh Oh yeah, that's another thing that we can do. It's a spin attack going completely upward. Of course, when you do too many spin attacks or that vertical spin attack, you lose stamina. The way to do the vertical spin attack is the same way you would do the fatal blow, just without the Z targeting. Swing your Wii remote and nunchuck down. Oh, and what's this? The Gossip Stone. A very clever and useful friend for you to have. The Gossip Stone will give you information when you're stuck any point in the game. It'll give you a little tip through a video clip. I'm sorry, the Shikai Stone. You will find more of these things eventually later in the game called Gossip Stones that give you a little bit of information. Through this world. If you should find yourself stuck and have no idea how to move forward, come see me. He's essentially saying the same thing I just already told you. It's a lot better than using a fortune teller. Although before we go, I'm going to check the bazaar again just to see if they've opened yet. So I will see you guys then.